Hey guys, my name's Doktu. I want to address a little bit about the Adept micro in Legacy of the Void. I think it's interesting. This is the
I
Adept.
see.
It's one of my favorite units in the
Our
game. It has the
fates are one.
ability called psionic transfer. What psionic transfer does is it projects an invulnerable psionic image that can move and not attack. After 7 seconds, you teleport to it. Okay.
You seek
So
guidance?
what the first thing I
The
want to talk
stars
about is
align.
usually you're going to make adepts early off your
An
first gateway
omen.
while you're
You
looking to
seek
expand,
guidance?
and
Our
you're going to
window
use them
is
to
short.
expand. So let's assume that we have a player in the top left side of the map. How can I use these two
Let
adepts to
us
see
begin.
where they are? What you can do is you can come over here and you can tell them to move here,
Harmonized.
and you can shift click your adept ability and then shift click
Extrapolating
them back to
strings.
where you want them to go.
The threat. An Aerodine
And
Washagal.
and you'll notice that the phases themselves,
How can I aid you?
they go these different paths, and you can see I can see up into the main. I
I
can see it on the third with a single
An Aerodine.
one of these. But you'll notice that the units teleported, which means that they would have died.
Reinterpret. An
So
omen.
one of the first things I
You seek
suggest doing when you're
guidance?
using adepts is to hotkey them separately
Our window is
and,
short.
and use the cooldown to figure out when to tell them to teleport or not teleport. So for
Harmonized.
example, I'm going to do the same thing.
Let.
Okay,
How can
so
I
I'm going to
aid
tell
you?
this guy to move here, send that to the main, go back to the watchtower, you go.
You seek guidance? Extrapolating strings. Let
Go
the
here,
road
you send it here, you go back to the watchtower.
It is death. An omen.
And you can see I have down here in the command
The
card
threads of
this
an
counter,
Aerodine
so
Washagal.
you can hit escape right before it clicks off, and he doesn't teleport. The other guy, I didn't hit escape, and
Our
he
window is
teleported up here.
short.
So I think it's really useful,
An
adepts,
omen.
using them for
Let
scouting.
us begin.
The second scenario is something that I want to talk about is early game adept micro.
The thread
You might
you seek
have, let's
guidance?
say, 6
The
adepts
threads of an
going
omen.
in to do
Let
some
us
sort of
be
fight.
an
So here I have my
Aerodine
6 adepts.
Washagal.
And what I want to
Rise
do is I want my adepts to go
I see.
and to attack in different spots. So what I can do is I
The
can click them
stars
here,
align.
and then I can just
How
click
can I
2
aid
right when I
you?
get there, or 4,
Ex-
and
Our
I tell them to
window
go
is
up to the
short.
top spot.
Our-
And I can
Let
tell
us
these ones to go
begin.
over here.
You
So
seek
now I would be
guidance?
attacking over here, and then while that's
An
going
omen.
on,
The threat.
I
How can I
have
aid
these
you?
go over here, these go over here, and
You
now I'm
seek
harassing
guidance?
different
Our
bases.
window is
So I
short.
think that's
Let
another
us begin.
really useful way to use them for harass.
An
You
Aerodine
may want to
Washagal.
just get past a
Our
unit
fates
or
are
defenses,
an omen.
like a cannon
How can I
or
aid
some
you?
sort of
You
lurker
seek.
defensive structure.
Let us begin.
So to
The
do that, you
threads
can
of
do a very
fate.
similar thing. So let's say that you had the defensive structure on the top of the ramp.
Reinterpret.
You can
Our
just
window.
sort of come
How
up
can I?
to
An
here,
omen.
click
Our window
click
is
the
short.
phases, and then you can just tell them to go
An
past the
Aerodine
defensive structure.
Washagal.
Mineral field depleted.
So here they go past, and now they've gone past the defensive structure, taking minimal damage.
The threads of fate
Okay.
lie there. An omen.
So the next item on the agenda, after talking about adept scouting, we talked about. Let me pull this back up. I apologize. We talked about adept scouting. We talked about getting adepts, splitting the adepts into 2 groups through the army, and doing wave splits. So the next thing is to talk about let's talk about separation and splitting using stop micro. So now I want to go and I want to take a fight. So let's say I
Let
went
us
4
begin.
gate,
You seek.
and so
An
now I
omen.
have 8 adepts.
It
I
is
have 10
destined.
adepts. You can see the
I
10
see.
adepts down here in the command card.
Nas
What my
Uptai.
if I
You
just
seek.
go
An Aerodine Washagal.
and I shift click to a position and tell the adepts to go away, the psionic transfer will
Nas Uptai.
kick in and they don't actually go to the location. Same thing here, right? Shift click, hit the psionic transfer, and then click over here. They all go at once, and they may not want
You seek
the
guidance.
psionic transfer used all at once.
Our window is short.
And so it's kind of tricky. If you attack move to somewhere and you do it, then they also have the psionic transfer. This is what
Our
I've come up
fates
with
are one.
to make it a little bit easier so that they don't all attack at once. You're coming into the
It is
base,
destined.
just hit stop, stop, stop,
Let us begin.
right? Hit attack,
We interpret.
hit the psionic transfer, and then click on the
How can I
on the
aid you?
onto them, and now you can attack. And the ones that were in front move to the back, and the ones that were in the back were to the front. And that could be a way that you could have sort of tank damage in different waves, and then and use it to get
An
out.
omen.
Okay. So another way that you can do that same sort of maneuver
Harmonized.
is you may want to. You may
Extrapolated
have a lot more
strings.
adepts than just 10. You may have a whole group of them. So I will make another group.
Mineral field
To do.
depleted.
So we'll
Best
just
feeding
make
geyser
some.
exhausted.
You seek guidance. Dimensional strings attuned.
So here I have
One.
my two groups of adepts coming together. To sit and do the stop micro several times to kind of get them all spread apart. It's actually not very efficient.
We
So this is what I've come up with to sort of deal with this scenario where you start having larger and larger adept numbers. Okay. So what I like to do is I like to grab a portion of them, tell them to attack a point,
It is destined.
shift click to a move, and then go like this.
Stars align.
Best feeding geyser exhausted.
Okay, so that didn't work very well.
You seek guidance.
Because I messed up
An omen.
what I was
You
doing.
seek guidance.
We'll just grab some
An
more.
omen.
We'll do it again.
Fates are
Okay.
one.
So what I want. So again, what I'm doing is I attack move to a position, I patrol move to another spot.
Interpret.
I use the adept ability, and then I tell them to go to somewhere else. And then I just follow in with the shades. And you'll notice that they split out like that.
You seek guidance.
So
Let
so I
us
may say
begin.
I want these to attack first. So I'm going to attack like this.
You seek guidance.
Now they're attacking first.
An omen. Our window is shut.
In.
You seek guidance.
And they would have attacked on the ramp, and then the second ones come in while they're teleporting to the back.
I see.
It's another efficient way to spread up the adepts while you're trying to make an attack.
An omen.
So
Aid you.
that's doing it with patrol micro. Now another scenario might be is that you're here and they start to come and attack you, and it becomes kind of a difficult thing to deal with. So you might say, I want to go up here, right? I want to attack,
An omen. Let us begin.
right? And now I'm attacking here.
How can I aid our window?
And I'm splitting up, and that's a way that I can use adepts defensively.
An omen.
So again, I attack, move back the group,
You seek guidance.
tell these ones to patrol move to the side,
The threads
tell the shades to go away. Now these ones are kind of in front,
seek guidance. You seek
taking the
guidance.
damage, and now the other ones are able to come to the front.
Our window is
So I think that that's a pretty efficient way to use them. The last thing I want to show is a big army. So you might have an army that looks something like this.
You seek
You have a couple disruptors. You have
Depleted.
you have some immortals, some sentries, and it kind of looks big. It's kind of hard to do. I think that you can actually do a lot of the same tricks that you're doing,
extrapolating
but the
strings.
trick is just first control click. So control click on this. And I like to just put them on different hotkeys. So I have my whole army on 1 and the second portion on 2,
The threads of
and then
our
just do
window
the
is
same
short.
thing. So now I can take the attack, drop to the guardian shields. I can tell these to go forward. Kill my own units if I want.
Mineral field.
There's a lot of sort of like things that you can do, but you can keep the adepts back so they stay out of harm's way while the fight's going on. I'll just warp in a few more just to kind of demonstrate.
Dimensional strings attuned.
Again, I have my army. Right, I might lead in with some adepts, drop to the guardian shield.
Geyser exhausted.
I mean, drop my guardian shields.
Enough energy.
The threads of
Drop some of the phases back. So now I have the adepts tanking, and then they're going to the back of the army. You can also just click them onto the big units like the immortals. But like the first step is you control click the units, put them on different hotkey, and then you can just grab them, do the same thing that you did before with the splits.
How can I? An omen.
And then you just control click them back to a unit on your army. And it just readjusts their positioning a little bit so they can get ahead of the army and tank a bit. So I hope that you've enjoyed my video on some tips and tricks with using the Adepts, and have a wonderful day.